Hey everybody, welcome to the Power Hour of Love. I'm Charboil and this is...
El Bandito.
Hey El Bandito, how's it going tonight?
Oh, I'm doing great, senor. As you can see, we're in a very festive mood for this upcoming holidays season, and everything's looking really good. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited that all these beautiful people have joined us, and don't forget to share the video so everybody can jump in and rap with us, because tonight we have a super interesting topic that we're going to go over. We are looking back at the legendary toys of the past.
Oh yeah, man. In a couple of weeks it's going to be Christmas time, and kids are going to be unwrapping all the latest toys, but we're going back to our childhood, and we're going to show you guys some of the coolest stuff that we got to unwrap on Christmas Day.
Absolutely, man. Look, I'm ghosting a little bit over here. So I wear kind of a green Christmas shirt here.
Oh, yeah, man.
I guess I'm the ghost of Christmas past tonight. I'm going to show you some special things from y'all's past that you might remember. Some awesome, awesome stuff. And I know that we are going to get into the big three. You guys remember it. I don't even have to say what they are, but by the end of this segment, we're going to be talking about the big three of the toys that we had when we were kids that were just the bizarre. So... I can't wait.
Oh, you know it, man. Yeah, it's super exciting, man. That was always the thing, when you were a kid. It was cool because, you got together with the family, and Christmas time and, baking cookies and dinners and all that good stuff. But man, I'm telling you, when you were unwrapping those presents and you unwrapped it, and you remember like back in the day, like those action figures, like you'd kind of like know the shape, they'd have that little bump in them. And I was like, oh man, I bet you that's an action figure. Well, then, of course, my parents started doing things where they like kind of put the two together.
Yeah, you put them opposite like that so that it makes more of a square.
Oh yeah, man. So they totally tricked me out, man. And it'd be like, oh dude, like, and then I'd open it and it'd just be so cool, man. But yeah, we're gonna dig in deep. We're gonna go to like our early childhood, and then we're gonna kind of go to more of like the preteen years. Hey, I was collecting toys probably, and hey, I still collect toys. What am I talking about?
Absolutely. Yeah, we've definitely got some stuff hanging around from back in the day that we decided to bring in studio today and hopefully get some member berries going for all you beautiful people out there and get you to remember some of this awesome stuff that we treasure. And again, here on the Power Hour Love, that's what we're all about. We're about spreading the love. We're about talking about things that we love because, dude, so much of the world today is just a bummer, man. There's just bad shit going down, and we could sit here and do an hour-long show about terrible news stories we hear every day. But you know what? Everything on cable's doing that.
Yep.
So we figure we're going to come to you guys and we're going to talk about stuff that we love, that we know that you love. And let's all get together and spread some love. And that's what's really going to make the world a better place. So we're here to do it. We've been doing it for 50 weeks in a row this year. And this is our 50th episode. We are going to take the last two off for the holidays. Senor Bull's going out of town to visit some family. I got some family coming from out of town and stuff like that. So we figured, we'd give our families a break. They're super kind and, work with us and help us and encourage us to, do the show. And it's because of them that it is what it is. So thank you to all you guys and all you people who support us and watch us and listen in. We can't thank you guys enough for being here for us. And, we miss getting to hang out with you guys. We don't have all the time in the world. And a lot of times we just miss hanging out with people that we know. And this gives us an opportunity to kind of get that dialogue open and spend some time with you guys. So thanks for joining us for the Big 50 that we did this year.
Oh, yeah.
You can always go back and check out our past episodes on YouTube, on McPatches Podbean or over on PoDunk Radio at the website there. We'll guide you to any of those resources. But we're sharing a big whoop whoop for the freaking Big 50, man. We're going to show ourselves some love. How about that?
There you go. give us some love. There you go. Yeah. Absolutely, man. And this was our second season, so
Yes.
we're, pretty soon we're going to be coming up on our big anniversary, but we'll get into that, in 2018. Now we're going to be rocking out some cool toys, and we want to hear from you guys too. I already see some awesome comments coming in. A lot of cool classic toys. We're going to be calling these out. But hey, man, let's get into it. Let's talk about the big three.
You got it, dude. Oh, I'm sorry. I was reading the comments right now. You mentioned the comments. I'm like, what are people saying?
Awesome, man. But yeah, no, here we go. We're gonna rock in. What's up first, man? What's the first number on the big
Let's do
three?
it. Let's see. Let's go with this guy here, and let's see who we got.
Oh,
He-Man
yeah.
and the Masters of the Universe. All right, our little known kind of podcasty experiment we did back in the day was the secret identity commentary.
Yes.
Where Charboil and El Bandito became our alter egos, just regular Charles.
Yes.
And we went out and we did full-length commentaries for feature films that you can watch.
Mm-hmm.
They're still up on YouTube, and we got another Facebook page for that. I think we only ended up doing like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But He-Man and the Masters of the Universe was definitely one that we did because that old movie is the bomb. And I love how, we all remember the TV show from when we were kids, and the toys started it all. And then they gave a bunch of the toys to the people who made the movie, and they wrote their own story, and they gave a bunch of people to the people who did the TV show, and they wrote their own story. So we have 2 wonderful mythos to, subscribe to. But either way, we have got to talk about He-Man. I mean, I don't think there's anyone, in their 30s who doesn't remember He-Man, She-Ra out there kicking some ass. I mean, this is pre-Xena, pre-Hercules days where these were just the super hunks going out doing battle in Eternia and all the madness that was going on out there.
And you got to mention Skeletor. I mean, He-Man's arch nemesis, and Evil Lyn, and what was it?
There's Copperhead,
yeah,
right?
Copperhead, yep.
Yeah.
And Beastman.
Beastman
was
Manny
another,
Faces.
Yeah, Manny Faces. There was just a ton. And then there was Ortho, the little guy that would float around. And these were the cartoons, and like we were saying, they, one of the things a lot of these cartoons were made were to, create toys for kids. So I mean, I think we got a couple He-Man in here to rock out.
We do. I feel bad. When I was a kid, I was like, I'm going to sell all my He-Man toys and buy a Sega Genesis or something like that, And now they're worth billions of dollars, So they're worth more than Bitcoins, people. But But yeah, I do have 2 that I saved that I loved.
Oh yeah.
But man, I beat the shit out of these guys. I played with them like crazy. We're gonna have to excuse Mr. LaForge and the engineering. We'll get back to him later. Some keen-eyed viewers caught Mr. LaForge joining us in our first episode because he's our chief engineer in studio. So
you know it, man. You know it. Here, we're gonna move him down, and we're gonna show you guys some awesome He-Man toys right now, man. I'm telling you. El Bandito were showing me some of these earlier, man. These are slick, man.
This is my Copperhead. You can see his Copperhead is gone. We're gonna go to the toy cam and we're gonna zoom in on this.
Oh, toy cam, new feature for you guys tuning in tonight.
We do. All right, we're gonna jump over here. We're gonna blast up. Actually, I'm gonna put the big 3 back up there real quick first. There we go.
Got that.
And now we got, bam, the toy cam.
Oh, look at this, guys. Look at this. Extreme close-up.
Whoa.
Now, man, I know you were showing me Copperhead earlier.
Yeah, now, dude, he had a big tail and, the cool helmet that, he had in the movies and stuff.
Uh-huh.
So that's kind of all broken off. And he had this cool, face that kind of stuck out and was like a square or a little rectangle-y piece because he has a trigger on the back, man. Not a lot of toys and stuff nowadays have this kind of cool shit, but especially like this because look at this, people. Look at this. Look at this. I'm gonna get nice and close.
Oh, man, that's still sparking, man.
Yeah, dude, it's got a piece of flint in there. So, you can actually start fires with this, and it's, super dangerous. So you're like, hell yeah, man. That's what kids' toys are all about.
You know it, man. But, hey, that was just and it's great. Look at that, 30 years later, and, Copperhead is still sparking.
And I got one other guy here. He's been through some stuff in Eternia.
Oh, man, who's this?
Got the Mosquito Man.
Oh, man, absolutely, man. I remember this guy was in a couple of the cartoons and stuff. And let me think, that's actually some blood in there.
He's a bit of an amputee.
Well, that's because he met up with He-Man, man. You're pretty brutal.
Absolutely,
back in the day.
dude. But yeah, he's got the same thing, a little pump on the back, and you can pump up this stuff in his chest. Let's see if we can see that.
Is it
There
still?
it goes. It's pumping.
It's still pumping.
It's pumping.
Man, that is some well built toys right there. I bet you if we went and got a toy today, probably break in 5 minutes.
And I know that these guys, they spent some time out in the yard, you know, some dangerous nights out there camping, and they still look good. You know, no stain or wear and tear on the kind of finish on them and stuff like that. So I mean, really cool stuff, guys. So He-Man, man, I wish I had more He-Man toys to show you because I'm sure they stand the test of time and are just awesome. But these two guys will be with me forever, man. I'm gonna give them to my grandkids someday, and they're gonna be like, "We don't want this trash; it's like broken." But you know, they're gonna look it up on eBay and be like, "Wow, if Grandpa wasn't such an idiot, we would be able to go to college."
Well, hey man, I bet you Copperhead's still gonna be sparking.
That's true. Maybe it'll save their lives someday when they're caught out with Wilson on tropical island somewhere.
Well, like we said, you know, if you guys are hating on the old He-Man Masters of the Universe movie, go back and rewatch that because it's really not as bad as like we remember it. Like we actually had a great
kick-ass.
time. You know, Mr. Fusion joined us and we just had a blast with it. So yeah, our commentary on that's pretty cool. So all right, man. So He-Man, what's next,
dude?
man?
I see Alex Kish is all about it, bro. He's like, "Where's the Ghostbusters firehouse, man?"
Oh man. Oh, what's next, man? What's next on our list here?
Oh, let's see.
Oh,
is it the real Ghostbusters, perhaps?
Man, it's like he's reading our minds, man.
And I'll tell you, dude, I totally have the Ghostbusters firehouse. It's in the garage. I took it down out of the attic. I got the little doors for it. The sign looks impeccable. And we were trying to figure out how to get it in here, but it's literally like this tall and like this wide, and we gave up on it, man. We went with engineering. But but man, that thing stood the test of time. The stickers on it look great. It's been sitting in my attic, and considering it's all plastic, it didn't turn into real trash, which is freaking really cool because a lot of stuff in the attic just dries out plastic and then just crumbles. But no, it's still in good shape, and it has a pole on the side where, you know, when you release a little latch, it's like kind of like a platform. You'd stick the guy on the platform, and you release a latch, and he spirals down it like he's going down the fire pole. And there's this grid at the top where you could pour slime in, and every floor of the firehouse had the same grid, so it would pour slime through the whole thing.
Oh, dude, I remember that slime when you were a kid. Like, it was really cool when you first opened it and took it out, but then it would, like, get dirt on it and stuff.
Yeah, it would get funky, man. I don't know what they make that stuff out of. If you know, throw it in the comments, because I'd love to find out, but...
And we're talking about the real Ghostbusters, guys. In case you didn't know, there was also an other Ghostbusters cartoon in the 80s that was just Ghostbusters based on a show from the 70s, but... You know, of course, the real Ghostbusters, you know, movie, cartoon, TV show.
Yeah, that was Vakeman, Winston.
Yep, Egon and Ray and Janine and Slimer and all those other guys. But man, we got some awesome toys.
Yeah, we got some good stuff. I got some first generation guys I wanted to bust out here. I tried to find my whole set of 4. But let's see.
Oh, here he comes. Oh, it's gonna be so good, man. Check this.
Oh man.
Oh man.
We got a Ray Stantz over here.
Oh man.
And a Winston Zedmore. There we go.
Man. You gonna hit him up? Can we hit him up on the toy cam?
Let's do it. Let's do the toy cam.
Here we go. We're gonna give you guys a little bit of a
there you go.
There you go. A little bit of a close up. There you go. You got Ray and Winston. Winston's a little he's a little ghostly himself.
Yeah. His suit's a little kind of this funky teal color, so it's messed with the green screen a bit. Yeah. But you can see he's a little brown on one side. He took a dip outside in some wet grass or something.
Hey, he just looks like he's been slimed a bunch. You know?
And they have these cool like ports on the back where you'd plug in like the proton packs. So that was like super cool. And all my proton packs are broken. They either don't have the thing to clip it in, or the wand part's broken. Yeah. You know, that's a fun fact for you guys. If you didn't know, that's what the Ghostbusters actually call the handheld portion. It's a wand.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
But Winston actually came with this little ghost guy, right? And everyone came with a little ghost. I got a couple other ones here, but whatever. You guys don't care. But so I got this little ghost guy here, and I brought him up because I wanted to show you guys something really cool. Because the firehouse had a separate accessory that you could buy with it that was this. I'm going to show you.
This is cool. Now, it was really cool, man. I remember these toys. They were pretty creepy for kids' toys, too.
There you go. there's your ecto containment unit, right? Now, what's kind of wild is like you have to use it upside down in the firehouse. So like, come on, guys, what are you doing with that? But it's still pretty cool, you know, in the sense that it looks just like the one on the show. But so you get it like this, but it actually does a function thing. And this was a cool thing about toys when we were kids, is they all did something really wicked cool. So check this out.
This is neat. Very
you could buy this handy Ghostbuster trap, right? That would go with it. It looks nothing like the traps they used in the film or cartoon show at all, you know? But you can see here that it was very easy for them to carry it around. So I'm like, all right, whatever. But here's the cool thing. The trap has a little slot door. It opens up. You grab your ghost there with it. You scoop him up inside there. Oh, now you've trapped the ghost, right? I got him. You can hear him in there.
He's in there rattling around.
You can hear him, right? So you take him over to your containment unit, and he clips right on top here, and it slides over, and you heard him. He drops in there, right? Now you're like, oh, trap is clean, bro.
That's so cool,
and now this guy's stuck in here.
He's in the containment unit.
I mean, hey, that's pretty cute.
Hey, as long as Walter Peck doesn't come and shake things up a little bit, I think we're going to be okay.
No doubt, man.
But absolutely, man. No, there's so many cool Ghostbusters toys. I remember specifically as a kid, there was these ones that would like transform and be, you know, and ones that were like kind of like the Ghostbusters being scared. Because, oh, here we go. He's got it right here. All right, man.
This is the one you were looking at earlier. You're like, I love this Fakeman, man.
So this is Fakeman, right? And you see he's just kind of chilling, right? But then when you squeeze his arm here, he like his hair pops up, you know?
Like he's like, whoa!
So, I mean, it was really cool, man. And I know I saw Frederico
got a little Janine with the same action going on.
Oh, absolutely. And like I said, I know I saw Frederico in the comments earlier. And if he's still watching, I know this is going to bring back some memories right here because we had quite a few of these as kids. So that's wild stuff, man.
Absolutely, man. And they even made like the Lewis, you know, and you know me, I'm like, dude, I'm going to get the Lewis.
Oh, there you go.
I'm going to do some taxes with him. That'll be hot, bro.
That's awesome, man.
But you can't talk Ghostbusters, man. Without Slimer, no. All right, here's Slimer. Let's see if we can shadow him up a bit.
Give him a little. Yeah,
you get the idea. We've got a cool Slimer.
He's a
here.
Ghost. You're not supposed to see him.
Yeah, you're not supposed to see him.
He's gonna have to go eat a snack. You know.
Oh, look, he looks a little better over here. We'll turn the toy cam off for a minute.
Yeah.
So there he goes. There's your Slimer.
There you go. He was awesome.
And he had like a little thing where you could put a slime thing in here and then squeeze it, and he would shoot slime out.
It's pretty cool.
It's just super cool, man. Pretty sure I had one of those. I like it.
Absolutely, man.
Ray, if someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes. All right, so what are you guys thinking of the toy cam? Throw us some likes or some comments and let us know if you like it. We'll keep doing it. If it's messing you guys up, let us know. We'll get rid of it. We'll show you right here. Whatever you guys like best, we're here for you. This is new for us, so give us some feedback.
Absolutely, man. But hey, you know, we showed Slimer, but why don't we show a couple of those bad guy ghosts real quick? Yeah.
Now, look, I got a little bit of a grievance with the Ghostbusters on this one, man, because their toy makers were out of control, bro. They were some super cool cats, and they made some super cool stuff. But I gotta say, like, they made some shit that I'm like, why would you make that for a kid, bro? Because, like, okay, I'm gonna show you this one.
Yeah. And they like the toy cam, they're saying. Man.
Oh, they do? All right, good. We'll throw the toy cam back up. There we go. Maybe this guy will look better on the toy cam. Man, we're getting a lot of green screen. I'm going to shut it off. How about that? How about we just turn the green screen off on that?
There you go, on the toy cam.
Yeah, so that we can get the toy cam looking pretty sharp there.
All right, guys, just give us one quick second. We're doing some little technical stuff right here.
There we go.
And you'll see some difference.
There we go.
All
so
right,
now we can see this guy looking sharp here.
There you go.
Okay, so we got homeboy right here. Here's a postman. Look, he's got a little satchel.
Yeah.
You know, he's a little tubby fellow. He seems genuinely nice and harmless. You know, super cool guy. And look at this. You go, and he's like a monster with teeth. And his tie comes out like a little nose. And I'm just like, dude, why would you make me afraid of the postman now? So the postman is too dangerous. I shouldn't talk to the postman?
Oh, man, it's so cool. Well, I love these.
Surely nice old ladies are okay, though, right? Ghostbuster toy designers, they're totally fine. Nothing wrong with a nice old granny who's going to come by and be like, hello, little boys, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, bah! She's a giant monster with a tongue that flicks around in there.
That's pretty creepy. Let me take a look at this one, man. Oh man, if you get a look in there, man.
I know it's got a uvula.
Yeah,
it's got a uvula in there and some big ass sharp teeth.
That is killer, man. Oh, so creepy, so creepy. But man, yeah, these Ghostbuster toys are so cool, man.
All right. Oh man, I just ate my microphone right there. But you want to talk about the worst of the worst? The thing that's like you should never ever do this to a kid, man, because this was caused some damage, bro. Thankfully, it didn't affect me too bad. I wasn't so beat up on this, right? But.
All right, yeah, check this guy
We'll talk about a toilet.
Hey, Dad, the Ghostbuster had to use the restroom, right?
Everybody's trying to potty train when you're a little kid, stuff like that. No big deal. And then they come out with the Ghostbuster toilet. Has little wheels on the bottom so you can set it down and roll it around, and it turns into a monster with the big eyes. Right?
And teeth. And a tongue.
Know.
Where's that tongue going?
Yeah, I know where it's going, bro. But yeah, this is that kind of thing that's like, I didn't know what I did in my pants, Mom. I didn't know. Yeah, because of this. Because you don't want to get tossed salad toilet.
This toy would not make it past the development stage, or it'd be left on the cutting room floor. But yeah, man. Oh man, so cool, man. We all love the Ghostbusters. Definitely throw some love up for the Ghostbusters in the comments.
Heck yeah,
Everybody
man.
seems to really be digging it.
I got one more cool set of Ghostbuster toys I'd like to show everybody.
Oh man, dig in, man.
Because this is pretty cool. But I think I'm gonna try and get the camera here just a hair tighter. I'll see if I can pull it in just a little bit. Hopefully this won't wreck our feed and destroy everything or whatever.
Well, like we said, guys, the toy cam is a brand new feature. We're gonna be using it on future things from get you guys a little closer look at what we have here on the
absolutely.
But yeah,
get you a closer look at Mr. Bull's elbow. There you go,
man. Look at that's a good elbow right there. All right, man. So here we go. What else? What do we?
Again, here we got Joe Average, construction worker guy.
Paul Bunyan or something.
I know, the All-American.
Yeah.
Kind of got a little head, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It's no big deal. Sure, he's just a regular smackle, though.
Little head never hurt anybody.
But here you go, grabbing his feetsies there.
Yeah.
You pull them out, and look, he got bat wings and like Bigfoot feet, and his head comes off. And now he's like a little demon monster guy in here.
That's pretty awesome, man. Remember, guys, just so you think about it, these toys are like, they're 30 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, these didn't come out like this year with the Ghostbusters reboot or whatever. These are like from our, from back in the day.
No doubt, man. And you could tell there's probably a little bit of Transformers influence going on here in these things. But it's really, really very cool. And like I said, it's just kind of funny that these are like Joe Average things in the world around you. So it's like, well, thanks. Now I'm scared of all this regular stuff.
Absolutely, man. What else you got in there for him, man? I can't wait for him to show this one particular Ghostbuster toy.
I like this dude here. We got a Frankenstein. They went all Universal monsters.
Classic.
Dude,
I love the action.
Yeah.
That was totally an 80s thing. The kung fu grip and stuff like that. Like this is right up there, man. Like with the little the little button action. It's so cool.
They got all the classic movie monsters. Look, they got a mummy here with his little arm that pops off to scare you or something, but then it has like a rag so you don't lose it. So that was kind of smart.
Oh man, it's almost like
that,
Monster Squad influenced right
yeah,
there,
and he's got a little head too.
Oh, there you go. I guess that's the thing with ghosts. They all like to get a little head.
Hey man, who wouldn't? It's the afterlife. It's supposed to be good. But all right, we got one last one here. This is quintessential to me. Like I'm like, dude, they crushed this in such a way. I've never been able to watch a monster flick with this kind of character in it and be like, that's trash.
Who is it? Oh,
dude, their Wolfman is the bomb. He's got the long snout and everything, and he's got some classic howling.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, and I love he's got like the Joe accountant like tie and shirt and stuff. Like this was Lewis, and then he got bit.
Dude, that's so cool.
That was some good stuff, man. But yeah, that's what the Ghostbusters had going for us back in the day, man. So what do you guys think about that? You got some love for the Ghostbusters left in you, man? I know that new movie banged us all hard in the heart. But man, if this doesn't take you back, I don't know what is.
Absolutely, but that's just 2 out of the big 3, man. I can't wait for us to dive into this next one.
Oh, you guys ready to do it down there in the comments?
Oh, here they go.
I'm going to take a moment to look in the comments. I haven't seen anything down there. I've been busy grabbing stuff, man. I need to make you grab some stuff for this next one. How about that?
I'll do some grabs.
All right. He's got the Zika. Uh-oh, who's got Zika down there? That was a weird comment to just drift in on.
I think that might have been that construction worker.
Oh, okay. All right, well, let's hit the last of the big three. I'll watch the comments, and you show them what you got, Senior Boy. How about that?
Here we go.
Talking about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, bro.
Oh, man. You cannot leave the 80s without talking about the Turtles.
Absolutely.
I mean, you know,
just iconic.
Dude, yeah. I mean, you know, there's been a bunch of renditions. I know Nickelodeon has one now. There's been a couple movies. But, man, we're talking about the classic, 1987, before even the first Turtle movies, which was close to the actual comic. But, man, we're talking about Krang. We're talking about Shredder. We're talking about all those guys. And here, let me pull out some that I've got over on my side.
Do it, man. I like that. That looks like the toilet from Pee-wee's Playhouse. That's what Party Man Will said.
Well, we can't talk about Turtles without talking about one of their best friends we've got right here. We've got Casey Jones.
Boom,
man.
on the big screen.
Check him out. Now, I know this guy, his legs, for some reason, have never really been super stable. So
he got the Jimmy legs.
I know he is. Well, that's because he was ready to do a bunch of karate kicks and stuff, man. I mean, he was so cool. I remember he came with this, like, little hockey pack and stuff like that. It was just cool. I had a bunch of, like, little weapons and stuff that were, like, baseball bats and hockey, just hockey material and stuff. But it was cool, man. He just looks awesome. I mean,
Absolutely.
he came right out of the cartoon. Yeah, in the old cartoon, he never took his mask off.
Yeah, and the voice actor sounded like Dirty Harry the whole time. That was awesome, man. He was like, "All right, turtles, let's go kick some Foot Clan butt."
Oh, you know it, man. But I got one thing that was cool is, of course, the Turtles and all their buddies were awesome. But man, one guy that could probably put down Casey Jones was Mutagen Man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, look at this cat, man. What was really cool about him was that he came and he had these like little bits that you put inside his body.
Yeah.
And then you could fill them full of any kind of liquid that you like.
This little thing, I don't want to unplug it because it seems like old and rare. But yeah, this thing pops off. And dude, you could put like Kool-Aid or whatever you wanted in there. And then this guy would be filled with some weird color stuff.
Absolutely, man. So he was really cool. Mutagen Man was pretty rocking.
Look, I'm going to see if you guys could see his little eyeball in there. Can you guys see his little eyeball in there? That's pretty sick, right? I mean, that's good stuff, dude. And yes, Justin K., I'm sorry, no love for G.I. Joe, man. Neither one of us were super big G.I. Joe fans. Like, their toys just didn't do nothing.
Well, yeah, it was like one of those things where, you had your action figures and then you had your, your like miniatures, and then that was like, even G.I. Joe had like their own, like, I think even like they had like their own Ninja Turtles, but they were like never really kind of, sought after.
Yeah, I think they lost out because they didn't interact well with your other toys because they were too small. Where your Ghostbusters could play with your He-Man and they could play with your Ninja Turtles all kind of in your own little universe. And then you had like mini G.I. Joe guys. So that was just like, I don't know.
But don't worry, we're going to get into some vehicles and play sets later. And, there's a certain G.I. Joe play set that we can't go without mentioning. So don't sweat. But first, before we get anywhere near there, we got to talk about Bebop.
Oh yeah, man. That's like year one Bebop, too. That's like original, out the package, first year, putting the action figures out.
He might sit on Casey Jones.
I'll hang on to him for you there.
Let's see what else. Oh, man, we got Manta Ray here.
Manta Ray.
Yeah, he seems like
we're just playing with toys now. We're not even paying attention to the show. This is our treat for our 50th show.
But he was cool. He actually looks really good, I think, out of all my various toys.
This is basically what you did too. Was you just had them all like have a gangbang? No, I'm sorry for anyone who has their kids watching the show tonight. But, man, tell me you got a year one Rocksteady hiding out in there.
Oh,
that's exactly what you grabbed.
You had to
hot.
You had to have Rocksteady and Bebop, man. I mean, no matter what. I mean, we all know that Shredder was Shredder and Krang were like the main bad guys. Yeah. But, man, these dudes, like, they were always fighting the Turtles, man. I mean, he was just over here.
They were. I still haven't seen the new movie with them in it. But man, I was always bummed that they never made it into one of the old films because I think that really would have been super fly,
Absolutely, but these guys are great. I know you guys probably got a lot of love for Turtles over here.
I know, but he's talking about I know I'm not doing a good job watching the comments. I'm playing with toys, right?
No, that's okay. We're gonna clear the deck here, so you guys got some more.
So
stuff
80s, it hurts. It is snowing, right? It's been cold everywhere. We figured that we'd look silly putting a snow background today, but man, after this weekend, I was like, I'm going for it. Whatever.
Do it. Oh,
but check this out. I got some other year one guys I'm going to pull out here from some Ninja Turtles. This is cool. Oh, look, I'm like pointing super big.
There you go. Let them see it. We got some, like I said, the Ninja Turtles, man, they were so awesome. Like, I mean, that was like one of the things that when you got them, you were just like, oh, dude, I can't wait to break this out and play with it.
Bam. We got the year one Michelangelo, the original first edition guy here, looking sharp. Still got his belt.
You deserve points for that one right there.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's almost as good as actually having like the little like orange weapons that came with it.
And here's what's really cool, right? Like, here's Donatello. You know, I lost the belt to every other one. Michelangelo's my favorite guy, so I probably had two of them. And that's why this one like looks so good, and this guy looks like I was like, but it's cool that they were different colors. You know, that the turtles were different shades of green. I thought that was really clever for a toy.
Absolutely, man. I see Justin K here is mentioning the old SNES Turtles game. Yes, that was incredibly hard.
The original one. Yeah, not the arcade game, but the one before it was like killer.
Yeah, the platformer.
How's the sound out there tonight? Are we doing good? It looks like we're redlining a bit. I just want to make sure everyone thinks we sound good out there. Let us know. I'm going to keep pulling some toys for now. I might just turn the sound down a bit. You guys let me know if that's better or worse.
Cool. Yeah, like I said, we're trying this new thing with the toy cam. Let you guys get a little closer view. Like I said, we got, we're going over the third. Oh,
we got an April O'Neil right here. Now, this is not the original April, but goddamn, you could tell why I kept such an eye on this April.
Why don't you give her a little profile? Here, get that arm down real quick. Hold on. You got. I mean, I'm not trying to be a pervo here, but I mean, you guys got to look at this.
I know you're touching it awfully long, but yeah, man, she's packing the ragged. She's looking good.
I mean, April over there with that classic yellow jumpsuit,
and she's definitely like, you want to see this girl on TV. This is a girl. She made the jump to HD. You know what I mean?
Oh, you know it, man. You know it. And she's always been in every rendition. That's one thing I do have to give the Turtles credit for. Like I see some of my younger family members playing with toys, and they're still Splinter. They're still and now this guy. I'm telling you, I was always a fan of Krang, because he was kind of like really the big bad.
Yeah.
I mean, like
he was a dude who had all the resources.
Exactly. Shredder, he of course was their enemy, but like Krang, like, he had the Technodrome, and he had, like where he was a brain, so he was smart,
And dude, not for nothing, like I got the year one Shredder. I'm going to bust him out. And I know you guys know that he looks like a total ween in like the first edition run of this toy. Okay. But like, here we got some Shredder action.
Oh man, that's the Shredder.
And he like came with a cape, like a cloth cape. So I lost that like instantly. And then, but he looks so emaciated and little,
Yeah, he's like crouching, and
he looks cracked out, man. Look at how thin he is, and he's in this weird pose, like his legs don't bend, like he's stuck like this, and his arms stuck like that, like he's like.
It looks like
he's hurt.
It looks like he came right out of like a comic book panel. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe
like where
that's
they had
what
it
was.
Maybe Toy Biz or whoever like produced. I think these were Kenner toys. I think, but they I think they must have saw like a picture and they're like, oh, that'd make a cool toy. But we wanted like articulation. We want to be able to move the legs and stuff. Oh, geez.
Talking about some bad guy little robot people.
Oh
I got a Mouser right here. Now this guy obviously spent some time out in the yard. He took a dip in a pool or something because he's like gray, or like greenish gray, where he was supposed to be gray.
Absolutely.
But yeah, man, like he's got a little push button wind up thing that totally doesn't work anymore, but I put this dude through hell, so it's no big deal.
Oh man, everybody in the comments is talking about me fondling April O'Neil.
They should be. You went all freaking Weinstein on me, man.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what,
keep
man.
that job, April. We got some fly Baxter Stockman.
There you go, man.
Help me.
He was always trying to grab April, too.
he went all like Jamie Lannister, though, and apparently lost a hand. But he might have been touching April a little too much. She's like, woof, with his hand. But yeah, like his little extra arms here would come off, and there were wing attachments that you could put on there instead.
That's
so again,
cool.
they're pretty cool design for toys, man.
Absolutely,
pretty clever
man.
stuff. And I have to say, the one thing I think is total trash is like this thing. Like, it's so hard to understand. So the first chance you got when you were a kid, you're like, Christmas, my birthday, whatever, you asked for it.
Oh, here it comes. This is cool.
Now look, I zoomed in too much.
Yeah, he's even too big for the toy cam.
He is, man, but he's in there. Krang's like super big, weird body, where he actually had like these little plastic shoulder epaulets and stuff, they all, warped up, like I kept them in a toy box, they're bent, they don't clip on them anymore. But this is the same Krang that came out of that other toy, and he goes right in there. And then now you got your giant Krang walking around, obviously dwarfing the turtles like he would in the show. So it was pretty dope, man.
That was
I
awesome.
really thought that was cool.
And the look on this thing's face always kind of creeped me out, man. It was kind of like,
I know. But I mean, his little head turn stuff. He used to have an antenna thing, but I busted it off. So I'm sorry, I probably bit it off or some crazy kid thing,
That's awesome, man.
But talking about the movies, man, like, okay, first of all, we had a million iterations of every turtle, right? So, like, we had, like, Star Trek Ninja Turtles, which were super cool, and I have them somewhere in a collectible thing, and I couldn't find them. But I have this turtle who, like, is like a little baby turtle. You can see that. And then he flips apart, and his little head flips around, and now he becomes, like, an adult, full Ninja Turtle, blam, 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 and his legs, like, hide in to his, little shell there. These little crummy legs bend in there. I thought this was going to be quicker. They're teaching kids patience. It's a virtue. All right, he's in there. He's in there. Here he goes. All right. So he's here, but the one thing I have to say, again, like, not to be like, but we were all getting older when we got these toys. And if you forgot his tail...
He was definitely going to see April O'Neil.
What's up, that guy back in there? That's all right. So these were pretty cool. They had the movie ones that were like made out of like a poured rubber, so their legs would pop off, and they really felt like probably what the actual turtles from the movies felt like, that weird silicone rubber stuff. And real quick, last two guys we're going to show you from Ninja Turtles. We got Toka and Razor.
Oh, there you go. From The Secret of the Ooze,
Nom noms.
Yeah. And we always kind of wondered. There was like other characters on the TV show that kind of resembled these guys.
Yeah.
But like they decided to make some, probably once again to make more toys and make more money. But yeah, like, they had this big, what was he, a wolf? And then
he was like a fox or a wolf or something.
Yeah. I mean, they were pretty horrifying.
Maybe he was just a dog.
Yeah, that's
maybe
true.
that's why he's kind of tardy like that. What kind of dog is it that you have? He looks like the kind of dog you have.
Oh, jeez. he could be a Rocky. But absolutely, man. Yeah, so much.
This guy's pretty cool too.
Oh, there you go.
Super Shredder.
Speaking of turtles too, definitely. Now that's a much cooler looking.
This is a way better. This is like I could hurt myself on this Shredder. That's cute. I want a Shredder that looks dangerous. And in the movie he kind of looked tarded, like with too much spikes and muscles and stuff. But as a toy, this dude's like way hotter. What do you guys think? Do you like the original Shredder better, or you like this Shredder better? Which Shredder is getting better? More love.
Now, who remembers Tonight I Dine on Turtle Soup? Shredder would always be throwing that little thing out there.
Absolutely, man. Last but not least, all right, I got a Splinter.
Hey, where's his clothes,
I don't know what I was doing with Splinter. I'm sure I was probably just admiring his furry finish here. It's actual real fur that he has on him.
I'm surprised he's so clean.
He's probably banged up on some ecstasy and was like, oh, God, it's so nice.
I probably would have brought that toy in the tub, and then it would have started smelling.
Just ruined it.
Yeah, well, because anytime those toys with that like fur on there got wet, it was. Oh
yeah, they stink. So you got to be careful with those. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying some of the 80s action we got going for you there. That's kind of the big three that we like out of our childhood, that I think, man, anyone you ask is going to tell you that they at least had one or played with those toys somewhere along their childhood, man, because that stuff is iconic. You know it, man. And we're gonna dive into some more toys right after this edition of PoDunk News. Oh, you want to do some news? Oh, let's get some news in there. Sounds good to me, sir. Oh yeah, man. Here we go. PoDunk News. Oh, yeah, man. Well, if this is your guys' first time joining us tonight, this is the time where we go. And like we said, we're all about the love, man. We're all about the fun. And that's the thing. We try to bring some fun, crazy stories. But just so you guys know that these stories are all legit. We don't just make this stuff up or try to cook up things to make things sound more interesting. These are coming straight from
a very trusted source. So here we go, man. Well, this first story, it kind of almost goes with that April O'Neil situation.
Uh-oh.
You know?
That's not a good way to start a story.
Yeah, well, a New Jersey ice cream shop is being forced to change their logo because their mascot has been deemed too sexy.
That never hurts, man. I'm too sexy for this graphic.
Oh, there you go. Well, the name of this man, I'm getting distracted by this image here. The name of this ice cream shop is Derriere, which I think is kind of clever.
It's clever, but I could do without the big butt. I will admit. I don't know how that got by. Like. That no one was like, dude, maybe it's a bit much. Because I know I made some graphics for the Power Hour Love that Senior Bull's like, nah, dude, that's a bit much. Scale it back a bit. It's a little too much love you're putting out there, bro.
Like I think if this place would have come out in the '90s, like they would have been fine, you know.
Yeah.
But now that places are like, really, but at the same time, yeah, I mean, totally get that, they're objectifying, here, and that's what it came under fire for.
Yeah.
So
but again, it's not cute. It's not like a cutesy kind of, hey, I'm sticking my butt out. It's like big old butt cheeks where you're like, that's a little like.
Well, that's what's gonna happen if you eat too much ice cream.
Yeah, but she could have pants or something is what I'm driving at.
It is kind of that it has a very humanoid butt.
Yeah, but it's super funny. I'm not going to lie and say it's not funny, but I get why I wouldn't be rushing my kids out there to be like, yeah, have some like, ice cream cow butt.
Well, the owners have said that they definitely see where all the problem is coming from. So they're going to rework the logo, try to still keep it fun, but a little less sexy. So definitely let us know what you guys think of Derriere. Would you go eat you some Derriere?
I'm just going to stay quiet on that one. Let's go to the next story.
All right, well, hey, this next story still has a little bit to do with some Derriere,
Heyo.
but not from a cow. There was a streaker recently during a Buffalo Bills football game.
Hey.
And as you can see, he streaked onto the field.
He was showing his Buffalo Bill.
Definitely not the most original thing in the world, but we haven't seen this in a while. But, he has pleaded guilty to exposure. I mean, with photos like this, I don't see how you could be any different.
I would just say it wasn't you.
Yeah. But he was 29 years old, and he's a fan of the Buffalo Bills. But he has to now complete 25 hours of community service. He's going to pay $400 in fees, and he's been banned from the stadium for a year. So he'll have to watch his Buffalo Bills game on TV in the nude.
He can streak around his house. That's fine.
Keep that stuff at home, All right, man. This next one, I know earlier you were talking about Bitcoin. This kind of goes into the at least the cryptocurrency world. A new VR-based community known as Decentraland will open up at the end of this year. I know it sounds kind of weird, but I want you guys to kind of think about like The Matrix or that new movie Ready Player One, where people put on their VR sets and then they escape into this world.
Okay.
Well, the platform is being pretty much funded by a Bitcoin fork. And, it's similar to Bitcoin, but in the game, you can, I wouldn't say it's a game. In this community, you can buy virtual real estate. You can design your land and put different kind of accoutrements on there. Like I saw one guy had like a Millennium Falcon and all kinds of stuff. Definitely things aren't tied to any kind of like, licensing or anything like that. It's kind of open out there. I mean, they have where users can go to the casino. You can work like designing different things in the world to actually earn cryptocurrency.
Okay.
And also like testing different things. So it's a real divide between a video game and an actual like virtual community, almost kind of like akin to like Minecraft, like where these people go on and they build things.
Sure.
But just for fun, usually in Minecraft, where here this would be more of an actual place where you could go and almost spend your day, Yeah. So, like I said, I think this could be like one of the next big things, if not this particularly, something like this. If anyone's interested, you can go join on the cryptocurrency market. It's labeled under Mana classic video game
terminology there. Yeah, absolutely.
What
man.
do you think of this, man? I mean, I know I just gave you a few bits and pieces.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds kind of like anything else nowadays, just another way for people to kind of sell you something that doesn't exist. But it goes back to that classic kind of thought process of things are only worth what people will pay for them. So, like right now, Bitcoin is kind of moving through some stuff, and the Bitcoin money is being rated as being worth a lot more than what people bought it for.
Sure.
So it's ending up being kind of like an E-Trade stock market-y sort of thing where you buy in low, sell high, and maybe you can double your money, triple your money, something like that. But again, you're not buying anything other than people's faith in something. So it's a very weird process I try to stay away from because I don't want to dabble in people's faith in things, like the bacon futures, and you buy bacon futures, and if, I think bacon futures will be good, and then go watch Trading Places. It'll make more sense than I am, and it'll explain why I stay away from it.
I was watching some of the comments here, and I see a lot of people throwing down like Second Life, which was another game that has a very similar format. Like I said, I'm not saying that this is going to be the next Minecraft. I'm just saying it has the possibility to be, and if not this, something like this, because VR, as much as we're not super fans, like it's getting really popular, and they're saying in the next 5 years it'll be much more affordable and much more akin to people that maybe have eye problems.
I mean, if we had something that was like Matrix style, where or like the framework from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and you're like, you think you're in the real world, man, I'd be super down for something like that. But if I'm just sitting in my house, like looking around in a pair of goggles, like, no, I'm not paying for real estate in the virtual world. Maybe that's a huge mistake. Maybe it'll be worth a lot of money in the future. I obviously didn't buy real estate in real life when I was younger. That would be worth a lot of money now. So maybe I'm making that same mistake again, but it's just not something I'm super interested in. Once we get to the level where you can have like Barkley-like encounters in your VR lifestyle, hey, let me know, and maybe I'll jump in on some of that. So
they were mentioning like a full-bodied suit, so I have a feeling that this is going to quickly dive into some April O'Neil type situations. But I'm not saying that that's all it's being used for. I mean, you can actually make cryptocurrency in here. I don't want to say real money. But yeah, definitely an interesting thing. If you guys dig it, go check it out.
Absolutely, man. All right, well, I think that's going to wrap it up for the news here. Let's jump right back into the studio there.
Oh, yeah, some more toys.
Our festive studio. That's so nice, isn't it?
I dig it, man.
Who's excited for the holidays out there, man? I know I am. People, whatever you're celebrating, I hope you have a good one. We absolutely aren't here to be like, oh, Christmas is the best and that's why toys are good. No. Everyone's going to have a good time and a good holiday season, but everyone invariably ends up sharing the love and spreading the love and getting something that is nice for someone that they love, something that they want. I mean, every tradition, every holiday has that gift-giving sort of sentiment to it. So,
Oh, you know it, man. But like you said, man, just kind of diving into our past, man, into those early 80s, early 90s kind of Christmas time, man. I'm just telling you, man, I always think about the crazy toys I got. I mean, of course, I love spending time with the family. There's a lot of family members that, aren't here no more. But, man, like just those nostalgia moments of like gathering around the tree, man, popping open some of these toys, man, just always stick with me.
Oh, absolutely, man. When you come out and you see your gifts lined up or someone hands you a gift, and you see the beautiful wrapping paper on it, you don't know what it is, and it's a surprise, and it's something a lot of times you never even seen, but you instantly like. I mean, that's my favorite thing. A lot of people have come to me in the past and been like, dude, you give really great gifts to people. And I'm like, no, dude, like, I listen to people. I know I talk a lot, and people tell me all the time you talk a lot, but I do listen in return. And I try to look at gift giving as not like, what do people want? Let me get them that. I look at it as like, what do people like? Let me get them something in that wheelhouse that maybe they haven't seen before.
Sure, man.
So I love that. I love getting a gift that's just kind of out of left field, and you end up being like, dude, that's the bomb. Like, I never would have thought to buy this for myself.
You know it, man. Well, hey, let's see what else we have on the thing here for tonight to be talking about for some toys.
Absolutely. Let's check out what we got here. We're going to dive back into some old school toys right now that are kind of one-off sort of things, but that a lot of people had, and I think a lot of people will remember and get a kick out of.
Oh,
Let's start with My Pet Monster.
yeah. Who remembers that guy? Like, this was definitely an 80s thing. Like, I mean, I know there was like the My Buddies and a couple of other, stuffed animal type toys. I'm sure we're going to dig into a few more on this list. But this guy, My Pet Monster, is cool. And he came with his own set of toy handcuffs. Now, okay, once again,
I have my own set of toy handcuffs too.
The one thing that was cool about these handcuffs is you could put them on and then you could break them. Like there was like a little like breakaway piece that like kind of just came apart. So they were kind of like really fun to use like when you were a kid. Just be like, oh look, I'm strong, and you break them. I mean, who remembers this little furry guy, man? He was like a perfect bring around with you, and he was cool because he was a monster,
Yeah, he's like kind of creepy looking. He's so 80s looking too as a monster. I love it, but the bright vivid colors and everything is totally fun. But I have to say, like, man, thanks to them Ghostbuster toys, I was a bit of a fraidy cat, so I ended up with this homeboy right here.
Oh, there you go.
Mr. Teddy Ruxpin. Totally safe. Looks like he's going to help me put out like a forest fire, and he's my buddy.
Plus, reading is fundamental.
Yeah, and he reads books and stuff to you. I mean, he reads you those lame-ass letter books, but whatever.
What I really liked about this guy is he had, I mean, yeah, that would have been cool, but that would be today. Yeah. I know they're putting out a new Teddy Ruxpin. He probably will read you. You're going to control him from your iPhone.
Yeah,
stuff.
Right.
But
so your parents will be on the other side of the iPhone. I said go to bed.
But, man, you used to stick to cassettes. Yeah. In this guy. I gotta say, one time I took one of my sister's Ozzy Osbourne cassettes and stuck it into Teddy Ruxpin, and I mean, even though his mouth wasn't like, his mouth kept moving, she's like, "I'm going off the rails,"
Well, yeah, that sounds pretty awesome, man, and a good way to totally scare your grandma. So,
man, it's so.
But yeah, that was definitely a super fun toy.
Garbage Pail Kids. That's getting called out in the thing. Yeah, we loved them, man. I mean, they were so cool, all the trading cards and stuff. And actually, I equate a lot of like some of this new like scary stuff for kids, like to almost like Garbage Pail Kids and Ghostbusters. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's kind of like it's on that same level where it's kind of like gross out. Kind of like when your parents would see Garbage Pail Kids, they'd be like, what are you doing with this? Like, we shouldn't let you play with these.
Dude, I know my folks took me to see that movie. They were kind of nuts like that.
Oh, that's cool, man. Hey, I remember that. I think actually Masters of the Universe was one of the first movies I remember going to see. I remember for the first 5 minutes being pretty scared of Skeletor.
Yeah, I know the first movie I ever paid for myself to go. My grandma from down in Miami, she hardly speaks any English, but she gave me a card with $10 in it. And, back in 1990, that was like a ton of money, and I was like, I'm gonna take everybody to the movies with my $10. We're gonna go see the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
There you go.
And that was the first movie I paid for to go see myself, and I was really bummed. Like, it was dark and gritty and scared me, and I didn't like it.
you wanted the theme song.
I did. I wanted it to be fun. I wanted Michelangelo to be like, cool, man, and then Raphael was just cursing at people, and Casey Jones looked like a murderer. And I was like, oh my god, this is scary.
So what else we got on here, man?
Let's see. We got some more Ghostbuster stuff.
Absolutely.
That's good. I think we ran through all of it earlier when we should have broke it up. There we go. There are the wands and stuff I was telling you guys about earlier, and how each guy comes with a ghost. Oh, dude, I totally called that Winston one. Look, it's totally that ghost I said it was.
There you go. You called it, man.
And I like the one with the little curly tail that Ray came with, too. He was fun. You could hang him on stuff.
That's cool, man. Oh, yeah. I've been waiting to talk. You guys remember, like, back in the day, like, anytime a movie came out and really hit off, like, they had these toys, and they Batman was probably one of the first ones I remember being like, oh, wow, those are actually the toys from the movie, because they had, like, the little, I always called them, like, the red and blue package superheroes that, they just go, kind of do that number. But these guys were cool because they were right from the movie.
Yeah, and this is Batman 89, so this is a Michael Keaton Batman. And I love how you picked up the Bob character from it. Like, that's the still that you grabbed, man.
Oh, man, we love it. We love it. I know me and Party Man Will always talk about that. Like, the Joker had, like, 10 henchmen. But, like, you would think they would have picked, like, the big buff guy with the knives or something. But then they got Bob, like, his what would he say? He goes, you're my favorite guy.
Yeah. And, dude, it's so funny because, like, you get older and you realize, like, they have to pay everyone who says a line more money.
Yes.
So they pick one guy who's like the best actor of the henchmen, and he just says everything, And that's the only reason Bob's like even a character. But man, anyone who remembers Batman '89 knows that like Bob was actually like one of the best parts of the movie. He was like kind of a hidden gem. He was like your silent Bob in there, What
was cool is the Bob toy actually came with a little top hat too. Well, not top, it was like a little hat that he wore.
Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah, a little fedora. And it was just kind of cool. But that was like the first like piece that you lost. But Bob also did this like little karate kick. It was kind of fun. I remember the Joker.
He did strike me as a ninja expert in the film.
Yeah, I know. All he did was like shoot at people.
Yeah.
Remember, he's the guy that like saves Jack. But the Joker had like a little water thing that you attached to it, and like his flower would spray water and stuff. It was pretty slick, man. Like the Batman one had the little utility belt that would like you could zip out and like actually attach to things and have them swing around. So it was a lot of fun, man. I see a couple comments here. People want to know when we're going to talk about the Star Wars toys.
Yeah.
And just so you guys know, like, we love Star Wars, but like that is literally like a whole episode. Like we can't just divvy it up. We probably could talk about all these toys for a whole episode, but Star Wars, we know the new movie's coming out, and we're going to be diving deep into some Star Wars stuff in 2018.
Absolutely, guys. So check back with us on that. For tonight, we're going to keep running with some of this other stuff. We talked about the Turtles earlier too, but there was one extra thing that we mentioned that we wanted to show from the Turtles.
Oh yeah.
The Technodrome, man.
Man, the ultimate play set.
Yeah.
I mean, they had the sewer play set and like the little vehicles. And I think I actually have one of the vehicles right here.
Oh, look at this. Because I know I didn't have the Technodrome. This thing was just badass, man.
Oh,
you want the toy cam up?
Yeah. Let's pull it up so you can see this. I mean, this is one thing that the Turtle, like they really capitalized on these toys. I mean, like they would make, this was like the bad guys.
Yeah, this was like Bebop and Rocksteady would troll around in this guy, man.
Yep, and then they had the Turtles version. They had the one that you could bring in the bathtub. But yeah, the Technodrome was like the ultimate toy, the play set. I mean, it opened up.
It was huge.
Yep, it was.
Yeah, I didn't have one, but I had a buddy who did.
Heck yeah,
man. It was pretty sick.
It had a prison in it, like you could trap the guys in the prison. And the same thing, like I think we could drip the ooze through to like turn the turtles. And, it was just so cool. That little eyeball on top would like roll off as like a little, like Indiana Jones like ball like chasing after the turtles. It was great, man.
Totally. And this kind of I think fueled the whole. What came right after was that like minis kind of thing, like Mighty Max and stuff like that would be like little tiny play sets. Mm-hmm. I think the idea was like no one bought the Technodrome because it was like $100
so big
or something, which was a ton of money back then to pay for it. Now everything's $100,
Exactly. But we do have to say, since we're talking about vehicles and play sets, probably the most expensive play set would have to be the G.I. Joe aircraft carrier.
Yeah.
I mean, it was humongous. It would probably take up this whole table. If you guys have one, please let us know. Take a picture of it.
Send us a photo of it because like we couldn't find a good one. Like a lot of people posted like their eBay picture of it. So we didn't want to use that. But yeah, shoot us a photo of yours if you have it. Don't find me an image online. We could have done that, but we didn't.
Absolutely, man. I remember that thing was massive. I knew a couple guys who had it, and that thing was probably like $200 back then. I mean, now I know it goes for an insane amount on eBay. But yeah, our much love goes to like the old turtle play sets. I remember, like I said, there was a sewer one, and then you had the Technodrome, and they were just so cool.
And again, like I had my my Castle Grayskulls, and stuff from He-Man.
Snake Mountain.
Yeah, those guys went with my He-Man collection, so I feel bad. The Panther thing that He-Man could ride was cool.
Yeah.
And then I got the big Ghostbuster playset, like I said, my firehouse.
We'll bring it on sometime.
Yeah, I still have that. That's cool. I should have snapped a photo of it so you guys could at least see it, but... Yeah, it's pretty big. Your big Ecto ones, the turtle vans.
Oh, the battle wagon.
Yeah, but your kids, like all of mine are beat to hell. I couldn't find all the pieces for them.
Who remembers the pizza truck?
The pizza thrower.
Yeah, that was the best.
Oh my God, dude, the fact that articulated like a tank.
Yes.
So the top would move and turn to point stuff. But also, like, you could pull it off of, like, the tank treads.
Yeah.
And then you just had this little thing that would shoot pizzas out of it. These little plastic pizzas, and they were pretty big.
Absolutely.
I mean, they're bigger than $50. I mean, they're big.
Yeah.
Dude, they'd fly out of there like 1,400 miles an hour. I have no idea who thought that was safe for kids. But, man, we used to run around my house, and me and my sister and my dad would get a hold of that thing and be shooting each other with it. And it would hurt. It would sting. You're like, whoa.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That was good fun.
You know it, man. So what's next? What we got on here?
Let's see. I think that's the end of
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
that's the end of that segment there.
But hey, we're gonna dig into some '90s toys real quick right after we get one more quick dose of PoDunk news.
Absolutely, man.
Oh yeah.
PoDunk news.
Oh man, well on this side of the PoDunk news, we like to dig into a little bit of the video game related stuff, maybe a little bit of stuff that's kind of digging up on Netflix and some of the other entertainment out there. So hey, we're going to dive right in with some stuff that's coming out real soon. We have a new edition of GTA 5 Online that's going to be called the Doomsday Heist. That's being released tomorrow. So Tuesday, you'd be able to jump on there and rock it. Once again, like one thing I got to give the guys from GTA is that, man, it's so awesome that they've continued to like produce stuff for this game. I mean, this came out in 2013. You know, I know they're adding all kinds of wild stuff, but apparently in this new update, they're going to add the addition of flying cars.
Nice.
And jetpacks, which I remember were in some of the older games, but I guess they've never really made their way into Part 5. So
it sounds pretty cool, though.
Now, there has been a lot, you know, GTA 5 has been under a lot of heat lately due to the whole war on microtransactions.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently to them, they're going to still continue business as usual. So we'll see how that all kind of wraps up.
Okay, my news slides are going a little wonky here, but we'll do the best we can.
Absolutely. Well, hey, we're jumping in real quick here. We got the new trailer for Jessica Jones Season 2. I mean, if you guys haven't seen Jessica Jones on Netflix, like you guys got to run out and check it. If you watched The Defenders first, shame on you. You should have watched you should have watched Jessica Jones Season 1. You know, I'll be honest, and I know this might stir up a little controversy in the comments, but the first half of Jessica Jones might be a little bit of a thing to get through. But once you get to the middle to end of it, like it wraps up really cool, and you really want to know where she's going to go from there.
Yeah, well, it's funny. Like I have to say, I totally loved that beginning to end. I know we kind of have differing opinions on that, but yeah, man, I love Jessica Jones. I think Kristen Ritter just crushes that. I mean, I liked the character in the comics so much, and I think her interpretation is so spot on. I think David Tennant, Purple Man, is just amazing.
Oh yeah,
and I am dying to catch the season 2 of this. I can't wait for it to come out. I know, you know, the beautiful women I like to hang out with are like, dude, if you can't make time for me, I'm watching that show without you. I know we wait for a lot of stuff. We wait to catch Arrow or whatever. I'm going to watch that whether you're around or not. So I'm laughing, but hopefully I'm going to be right on point to grab this. I think what's really cool is I'm a little bit bummed about it being so far away, but it's really cool that it comes out on International Women's Day, March 8th.
There you go.
So I thought that was a pretty cool little treat for all the ladies out there.
Oh, man, I can see I'm already getting some heat in the comments, but that's all right. You know, it's definitely, you know, hey, everybody's got their opinion. And like I said, all in all, no matter what, it's definitely a show worth checking out and watching through because it's all part of the MCU. You want to keep up on what's going on. Like I said, that's cool. But hey, like you said, I know you're a little bummed that it's not coming out sooner. But hey, man, I got something that you can watch between now and then.
Uh-oh, what do you got?
Oh, man, we're talking about Ash versus Evil Dead, man. We love this show, man. I mean, it was so cool. I mean, one thing is like back in the, back in like the 90s and stuff, after you saw the Evil Dead trilogy, it was like, you know, you wanted more, you know, you wanted that part 4 to Evil Dead. And they were always telling you it was going to come, but it just never got there. Well, this is what you could possibly deal with for part 4, you know?
Dude, I'll tell you, I'll never forget the first time I saw anything from the Evil Dead franchise was Army of Darkness, and it was because I was walking through a mom-and-pop video store down in Miami with my dad, and we were there to just pick up a VHS tape, whatever, you know? Mm-hmm. And as we're walking along, I remember stopping and being like, whoa, hey, Dad, this guy's got a chainsaw for a hand. We should totally watch this. And my dad was like, that's cool. And we took it, and we watched Army of Darkness, and we're like, that is an absolute riot. And we went back to the video store to get Evil Dead, and the owner of the video store was literally like, dude, your son is too young to watch that. Like, wait a few years, because that kind of classic horror, you know, with a little more sexy times kind of stuff. I had to wait a couple years for, but the whole franchise is just amazing. I mean, Bruce Campbell, legendary, and man, I can't thank Showtime enough for Stars. The hell with Showtime. Thank you, Stars, for coming out with this great show. It's just been amazing. Sam Raimi, love him. I mean, loved his old Spider-Mans he did. All of his indie films that he does and different stuff he does are so good. But just for the gift of this alone, him and Bruce Campbell and everyone who works hard on that, man, keep doing what you're doing because it is the bomb.
And you got 2 seasons too.
Yeah. On Netflix is just great because like I've had trouble catching all the episodes of Ash vs. Evil Dead because of the fact that it's on Starz, and Starz doesn't have an independent package from cable that was easy to get to before. I think it's a little better now. Maybe there's something on Hulu or something like that you could get.
Oh, sure.
But you can't beat it on Netflix, man.
You know it, man. But yeah, definitely go out there and check it out. As you're waiting for that Jessica Jones season 2, or catch up on Punisher and all the other great Marvel shows that are on there. But that's mostly going to wrap us up for PoDunk News. But real quick, I just got a news report here from Jason Y saying that Litecoin is up to $255. So we did talk about some Bitcoin and stuff like that on our earlier PoDunk section, but definitely, man, thanks for keeping us up to date on all that.
You got it, man. Well, I know we've got a little bit of a holiday event coming down for everybody to check out. You want to tell them about that?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. How could I forget, man? It's the holiday time, man. Time to share some good holiday cheer and get together with some friends and play some awesome games. Well, down at Thunderdome Gaming up in Fort Pierce, we've got the Merry Munchkin Tournament. Now, if you guys have never played Munchkin before, there's like so many different, there's probably just as many flavors as Munchkin as there are cryptocurrencies out there. And, but it's great because they have one for everything that you'd like. There's a zombie one, there's pirates, there's Cthulhu, there's Marvel.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a DC one.
Well, they have a superhero one, and then they got an officially licensed Marvel one. So that's pretty cool. And the Marvel one has a different additional rule set, too, which is really cool. Each one kind of has its own different rules for different stuff. Like, they have a Star Munchkin that's based on Star Trek.
Yes, that's hilarious.
Yeah, so it's got, like, little space rules. And then they have a D&D themed one, which is kind of like the original. Mm-hmm. And then they have, like, a Pathfinder one. So it's, like, a little different for Pathfinder. So it's really cool. They got it. They have a ninja one that's like just ninjas.
Oh, absolutely, man! It's so much fun. Well, the thing that's we're driving at is that a bunch of people get together, man, and they play this game in a tournament style, man. They get in and it's a lot of fun. There's a couple rounds you play. Even if you're new to the game, it's kind of one of those games that you kind of just jump in and have a great time with it.
Yeah, it's mostly about being a munchkin, which like in the D&D RPG world is like you're the guy who's kind of almost exploiting the rules. So the whole point of the game is to use your cards to kind of screw over your friends and give yourself boons to try to collect points each round. So it's very simple. It's one of those games super hard to explain, but when you actually play it, you get it within a round or two.
Exactly.
So it's super fun, but they're having this big tournament. Steve Jackson kind of has a rep that's going to be out there over at Thunderdome Gaming and Big Dog Comics. Big ups to Captain Joel out there,
Oh, yeah.
And they're doing the tournament out there. Why don't you tell them all about it?
Oh, man, yeah. So it's this upcoming Saturday. So it's December 16th. The tournament kicks off at 8 p.m. It's only $5 to join the tournament. And
that's awesome.
Here's the real cool thing. There's over $150 in prizes.
Absolutely, man. For $5, dude, you can't beat that. I mean, every year I've gone, it seems like everyone wins a prize, even the first dude that gets busted out the first round usually gets something.
Exactly.
But I won one year a couple years ago, and I won a $50 board game, this Revolutions game. Man, I mean, you can't beat that for $5 and having fun, and you're going to give me stuff for free. No reason not to be there.
Check it out, man. Like we said, this upcoming Saturday at Thunderdome Games.
Absolutely. We got the number down here. It's 772-466-7320. Call down there. Tell Captain Joel the Power Hour sent you, and you want to reserve your spot for the Merry Munchkin Tournament. I will be there. Senior Boyle will be there.
Oh, yeah.
And I will wreck you. So bring it on. I think I'm actually defending champ this year because I think I had a narrow win last year.
I think you did, and I have a feeling that the person you defeated is going to be coming at you.
I know. I got a text message that was like, be there, dude, because I want vengeance. So I was like, whoa. All right, I got to bring my A game.
Well, Munchkin's getting a lot of love in the comments. Well, if you guys want to come on out and have a great time with us. But, man, I think it's time for us to get into some more toys.
All right, let's do it. Let's wrap up the toy stuff for tonight, and let's wrap up 2017 with some super fun 90s toys.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Here we go, man. Now we're getting into the more kind of like preteen, teenage years, man. But I think there's going to be some real cool throwbacks here.
Absolutely. Which one do you want to go with first? This one here or that one there?
Oh man, let's go. Let's go with one of our favorite shows that we like to watch still on Netflix.
All right, cool. We'll
Here we go, guys. You're gonna know it as soon as you see it, man. This is. I know we got a lot of fans in the comments too of this great.
I know
show.
we got to go with the guy who, in a sense, pretty much started it all off. So
Here we go. Oh man, we got Q
coming at you. Maester of the Q continuum out there. No, what is he doing here? He's like a 21st century judge. That's what he's.
That's out of
being
the.
a judge
Isn't that
of.
like out of the first episode?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
That's awesome that they made a toy based from the.
Yeah,
first
because you
episode.
could get a Q that was in the regular Starfleet uniform. So
Yeah.
I had that one too, and I was like, dude, get me the one in like the judge robes so I can like execute Picard and stuff.
B card.
But of course, I got me a cool Data to go with it. He's
Oh,
my
there you
favorite
go.
guy. He has little hatches that open up in his arm and stuff.
Oh, dude, that's so
that's
cool.
super cool.
Absolutely.
And
man.
he's like my most beat up guy because like Data's the man, dude. I took him everywhere. He did everything. I used to wish that I had like the cool bridge playset, but that was another one of those too expensive playsets. And what I did was I built my own like bridge out of styrofoam, like a styrofoam box from something, and I painted it and stuff. It was pretty cool.
Oh man, these are so awesome. You know, I just recently started rewatching all the Next Generation. So man, like when he pulled these out, I was like, oh dude.
Oh, we got a pretty sharp looking Commander Riker here.
Oh wait, I
He's
thought
looking good.
I thought that was a Party Man Will action figure.
It is a Party Man Will action figure because this is, Data in the streets, Riker in the sheets. So he's looking
It's
sharp.
awesome. Let's see who else we got in here.
Oh, this one here's good.
Here we go.
Here's your Senor Bull action figure right there.
Oh, dude, I
Wow.
love it. Yeah, one of my favorite characters from the show, man. Worf is so cool. I love to see his interaction, as he goes with more, getting more into his Klingon roots and
Comes with his battle ready batleth
Oh,
right there,
yeah.
dude. That's pretty sick.
Heck yeah, man. They're very cool. Very cool. Oh, just in case that Riker has the beard. Yeah, because that's
Yeah.
he's not he's not season 1.
Yeah, what's funny is I have some of the guys that are like season 1 and some that aren't. Like I got pretty much the old school Ferengi here.
There you go, man. Is that like with his whip weapon? Is that what that thing is right there?
No, this is like his phaser. He does come with the whip too. I didn't grab it, but
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah, they come with the weird like goof. Actually, I think that's a Cardassian phaser now that I look at it. Let me take that away from him. I don't know what he's drunk. Go home.
I know. He must have bought that from somebody. Or he's trying to sell it,
All right, this is one of my favorite sets here, right? Because here's my updated Data after I beat that other one. See,
There you go.
No thing in the back, and he's got kind of more the movie costume. 'Cause I got a lot of the Generations guys. And I also got a Lore who
That's
comes
so
in like
cool.
plain clothes.
You got to be careful with that guy.
Yeah, so that's pretty fun, man. I hope Party Man Will is getting a good look at these.
Oh, absolutely, man. No, these are cool, man. And they're in great shape, man. I got to give you a lot of credit.
Just to finish the set, you got to get a Noonien Soong, their
There you
creator,
go.
right there.
There you go.
Come to Papa. Papa needs you to come home now.
That's funny because those are all Brent Spiner, right?
Yeah, absolutely, man. He played all of them, and the whole idea was that Soong grafted his face for the androids. But I also love that he reprised the role of a Soong family member in Enterprise. Which
that's cool.
I know. Let's not talk too much about Enterprise, but that was still cool.
We don't have any Enterprise toys here. Don't worry.
But Data might not be running off with Dr. Soong just yet, because I got Tasha Yar hanging around.
Oh
back
man,
here.
see, look at Tasha. She's not all April O'Neil'd out over there. She's
I don't know. She's looking pretty good.
Okay.
I like the way she has like really bright red lipstick, like she never had in the show. So someone was just like, "Dude, kids aren't going to know it's a girl. Give her blue eyes." And so, yeah, I don't know what's going on there, but I like that she has. It's hard to see, but the yellow stripe. Like the season 1 uniforms did.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
so you can see it. So she's definitely a season 1 because she didn't make it out of season 1. Oh, spoiler alert. Sorry, guys.
No, this is really
But you
cool,
got to
man.
complete the set of ladies here.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
With some Dr. Crusher.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah, this again is movie Dr. Crusher.
Beverly.
So she's got the kind of like football half shirt. I don't know what's going on with that, But we also got the lovely Counselor Troy.
Oh man, that's a combo right there.
Yeah. This is like a dream I had just now. I just remembered that.
Justin K is telling you to keep those ladies away from me.
Yeah, I don't know. Here's another close up. Like, I don't know why the paint is chipping off her breastises there.
I think I might have an idea. Hey, listen, I don't think I've ever seen her in that kind of costume in the show. Where's like all the
yeah, her low cut thing.
Yeah,
I have one of those too, but that one again is put away. It's a collectible.
Absolutely.
But no, yeah, that's her again like kind of movie thing going on there. But let's complete the ladies set right there.
There you go.
With some Ganon.
Yep, Whoopi's in there.
I know, and she even comes with the little thing where she stores her pads for when she has bladder problems. There. That's mean, but she did the commercials for it.
I still want to know, like, what is that her hair like under there, or is that just a little?
I think it's just a fancy hat.
Okay,
I don't think it's like part of her skull or something.
She's got
weird.
that in like every color then.
yeah. I think it's just like super big on her planet, like a super big style.
That's funny, man.
But I feel bad. I left my Picard and Captain Kirk out there somewhere.
Oh,
I didn't grab them, but I do have. Old Jimmy Doing right there. You got some Scotty action going. And I remember years ago I was with a buddy out at the beach up in Virginia Beach, up there near Norfolk, and we saw a guy that looked just like James Doohan. And I was like, wow, dude, that's crazy. That could be Jimmy Doohan. I mean, obviously this was years ago, But the guy I was with was like, dude, you look, and I'm going to shout his name. So he's like, Doohan, Jimmy Doohan. And I'm like, dude, I'm not looking, But I got my Scotty here, and he's ready to help out in engineering. You want to check out some more engineering?
Dude,
you people out there want to see some more engineering?
You gotta show them this. This is too cool, man.
All right, so we got Mr. LaForge coming back here, our chief engineer. We love him.
Oh yeah,
yeah. We're nice and zoomed in here now, man. That looks good. We can show you maybe here the dilithium crystal chamber like opens up.
Oh, yeah, that's so cool.
If I get my fat fingers in there. And there's like a little dilithium crystal that goes in here. And for some reason, I can't find the one that goes in there. But I found this giant-ass one here that looks like super dangerous. And it doesn't fit in there. But it's cool that they give you so many neat accessories.
Oh, yeah, man. This was really cool. It looks like it came right off the show.
Because Jordy came with a little kit, that's a little like toolkit that he would have in the show sometimes. And it actually even opens up and it shows you that there's like all sorts of different tools in there, I mean, they're not like painted, but still they're all molded in there. So that's really cool.
Oh, man, I can't wait for you to show them.
So we also got a little phaser action going on in there. So every guy would come with a phaser that only has a beam about that long for some reason. So it's more kind of like that Sybil. I don't know. But one of my favorite things
so cool.
is this was neat. It actually came with a 3D chess set. So the guys could hang out. I think Guinan came with this, so you could hang out in 10 forward and play 3D chess. But enough of that. Let's get back to engineering here. Because this engineering playset was like my favorite thing when I was a kid. I loved this.
Oh, man.
Thank you so much to my folks for getting me this nonsense.
People are already asking, does it light up?
Oh, dude. It's even got dope sounds.
Oh, man. It's so
you guys
cool.
hear that?
That's too cool, man. I mean, like we said, man, these toys are these are definitely over 20 years.
Yeah,
this is 25 years old, right?
This is my favorite here. You can push this button that's like subdued and you have to use a special thing in here. But we're getting lots of likes for this guy.
Oh, is that...
You can like make it blow up.
Oh, man.
And have a warp core breach.
Oh, man. Eric G asked the big question. Where's Jordy's visor?
Man, Jordy's visor was actually made so that it would come off. So, of course, I like instantly lost it when I was a kid. But I'm very excited to say that he got prosthetic eyes in First Contact. And he no longer needs his visor. So he's fine. I know you can see my Jordy still looks like he doesn't have the prosthetic eyes yet. But he does.
I love that the core just keeps going.
Yeah,
till
it
the
just
batteries
does that.
run out. Now tell them how many batteries this thing took.
It takes 3 AA's. So, I mean, because it's not an LED. Like, this is like a lamp in here. So they didn't have, I don't think they had like affordable LEDs like that. But yeah, all this clips together so you can unhook the different pieces of the actual engineering unit. You can get in here and take the lid off and get on the inside. Let's do that. Let's take the lid off.
Oh, you do? Oh, man, look at that. Oh.
I can see that hot ass light bulb in there too. It's been on for 2 seconds. Freaking burned my face up when I looked in.
Well, here, let's reserve the power, man. And
all right.
But yeah, we thought you guys would really dig that, man. But
Absolutely, man. Like I said, this is one of my favorite things. You know, I can't thank my folks enough for hooking me up with this guy. Let me see if I can just show you guys one other little cool thing about it here. Is it has these little panels in it periodically around. That's kind of hard to do backwards. I'm gonna lean out there.
Go for it, man. Like I said, this thing is definitely really wild.
Yeah, it's this little panel that opens up here, and now Jordy can hang out there, you know?
Work on his stuff. Because let me tell you what, I know we've talked about this before on the show. Like, I think Jordy is like the hardest working guy on the Enterprise. Like, you know, like sometimes, you know, up on the bridge, you know, they got to make those hard decisions. But man, like whenever Riker is like calling Jordy, like he'll be like, how soon can that be done? And he'll be like, I don't know, Captain, like this much time, or, you know, this much time. And he's like, not good enough, you know, do it
He's
faster.
like, I could probably get it done in about 12 hours. You have 8. You know, and you're just like, well, okay, I'll just bend the laws of physics, no problem.
I mean, Jordy's probably got ulcers like the size of...
I know. Well, you know the dude's never bored on the ship, that's for sure. But still, yeah, man, if you're going to have a job in Star Trek, like, that ain't the job you want to have, because that dude has no downtime. Like, he's like in like every episode busting his ass over something, man.
Oh, you know it, man.
It's not like Data. Data always seems like he's sitting around. You know, like for the robot, I mean, maybe that's part of the thing is he just accomplishes his tasks very quickly.
Yeah.
But he seems like he's just like, and his life is just totally kosher.
Well, you know, man, definitely, you know, we could go on talking about Star Trek all night long. We'll definitely have to do a Star Trek episode in the future. But we got a few other 90s toys to show you guys. Real quick, I got some awesome stuff from my toy box that I want to pull up real quick just to show you guys, see if you guys can call these ones out.
Do it. It looks like everyone's hanging out and having some fun, man. So I'm glad you guys are sticking with us tonight. We're going to run a little bit late. I know we've been having late episodes like all the time, but
we should be the 2 hour of love. But hey, can you pull up the cam on these guys? Here we go. Now, who remembers these dudes, man? You know, if you don't, man, these are Exo Squad, man. These came out probably in maybe 1992 or 1993. Man, these dudes are so cool. You know, honestly, I think that this isn't even my toy. Like, I think this actually belongs to Fred Rico. So, Fred, you know, if you... But this guy was cool. This was JT Marsh's, Exo Squad. And what was cool in the show, they had this little adapter that plugged into the back of their necks. And that's how they, told the machines what they were going to do.
Nice.
Very Matrix-esque.
Yeah.
Now, in the show, the humans had created the Neo Sapiens, which were, they were trying to just get, these, guys to do all their work for them.
Alien people. Let me see if I can get that in there so they could see that.
There you go, man. Yeah.
Yeah, look at this dude. He's like some kind of alien guy. Yep, ridges on his head and stuff.
Neo Sapiens. And, yeah, they revolted against humanity, so that's who they were fighting in the Exo Squads. But yeah, these guys are cool. They had all kinds of missiles and stuff that shot out of them. So these definitely weren't toys that you were buying probably your 5-year-old because probably have younger brothers swallow
You'll put your eye out.
Exactly. But these are killer, man. They were so neat, But
yeah, these look boss, dude. I never had these when I was a kid. I hardly remember this show. But dude, these are some sinister looking toys. I mean, the articulation on these legs and stuff.
Oh,
I mean, just look at how the foot moves, but the piston actually comes out of that hydraulic when it does it.
Heck yeah, man. They were cool.
I mean, that's wicked.
And I know earlier we were talking about that we didn't have much on G.I. Joes, but the actual toy for the humanoid characters were about the size of a G.I. Joe, so they could fit in these awesome robots. So Exo Squad, lots of fun,
Oh, I like just in case as Jordy didn't look right in red, man. Glad he went gold.
Oh, man, you got to give some love for the early 90s. We have Swamp Thing here.
Yeah.
He was cool. What I really liked about this Swamp Thing is he could go and, he could reach out and he could grab something with his hand. But then I'm surprised this still works, but it zips right on up, man. So he could grab himself a beer or something like that. No, he was, he was definitely...
He's going out there to grab that special grass out there. How does it pull back in?
Squeeze the legs together.
Oh, nice, dude. That's pretty cool. I dig that. I see Katie D down there wants to know what's up with the Pound Puppies, man.
Oh,
what's going on with the Troll Dolls? Where are the My Little Ponies? I'm not going to lie. I grabbed a bunch of My Little Ponies from my sister's old toys to bring out on the show, and I left them, over in the other studio wing somewhere, and I don't have them now, so I apologize. But I had some... maybe I could run and get them. I don't know. We'll see. If you guys like and put enough comments in the comment that you want to see some original like 1980s My Little Ponies, I will absolutely jump over Senior Bowl, get to the other studio, and grab them for you guys. But just let me know. If not, it's cool. We will finish doing this, and I will have a much nicer evening.
Well,
I will do that for you.
I meant to pull this guy up during our movie chat, man, but I know we definitely got to give some love to this dude right here, man.
Hey, you guys want a Zagnut bar?
Oh, man. One of our favorite movies, Beetlejuice, 1989.
Absolutely, man. Beetlejuice was the bomb, and that's it. Let's not say his name again. We're just going to go for 2, and these were really great figures because look again how his head moves back and forth, and I'm just using this little slider on the back here, but his head actually completely comes off.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, hey, what are you doing? Well, it was a good look for me.
But just like Ninja Turtles and all those guys, you couldn't have just one Beetlejuice. So show him this guy, man.
Oh, yeah, this is cool. This is like the taxi cab driver Beetlejuice from that part in the movie.
Oh, man.
And he was really cool. Remember they like Alec Baldwin I think it's Alec Baldwin, right? He grabs him and he's yelling, and then he shoots out all these spikes. So he actually has these spikes that you can put through the toy itself. And it has several different holes there. And I just grabbed one of them to show you guys. But it came with like 15 different spikes here you can put through them. It's just so cool. And they all look like little shish kebabbed rats on the backside of it and stuff like that. Again, this was a big thing for the taking off of Beetlejuice's head, but this one just has a creepy eyeball in there. So, I mean, really cool, wild, creepy stuff.
Absolutely, man. But are you ready to pull out the big Beetlejuice accessory?
The pièce de résistance de Beetlejuice.
Oh, man, this was so cool.
Let's see it. What do you got?
Check this out.
Oh, Beetlejuice's grave, man. I love how the headstone matches the movie headstone so well. Here lies Beetlejuice. It says it. You want to use that Beetlejuice?
Well, I think just because he doesn't have his little things sticking through him, we can pop them in there. So here's what was cool about this one, guys. Of course, you remember in the movie, they dig them up and stuff like that. We're showing it, man. It opens up. So
this guy actually opens up. He's got his little coffin in there, and you could put Beetlejuice inside.
Beetlejuice goes in.
Yeah, you shut your little coffin there. And it has a little switch here on the outside that we kind of busted.
Yeah.
But you mess with the little switch there, and then you open it up, and now Beetlejuice is like little tiny Beetlejuice.
Oh, yeah. Pull him out of there. Let me get a look at that.
So now he's like the Howard Stern Beetlejuice.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, what are you guys doing? Hey, what's going on? So this is the guy that you could put like in your modeling kit or on your model trains that you have for Christmas, and you could sneak him out there. Just like in the movie when he was in the model village. So
But put him back in there. Let's show him the magic trick, man. You put him back in there, and you're like,
so
hey, he's in there. And then boom.
And there's regular Beetlejuice.
I mean, so cool, so innovative.
Yeah,
for the time,
really
man.
good stuff. But this actually came with, and we both have the same thing, but we both lost the same part. It's like a big sign that has the lights and stuff on it that says Beetlejuice, just like how it was like the neon lights and how they'd flash down. So it was really cool.
Oh, yeah. And, definitely, like we said, here at the Power Hour, man, we listen to our listeners, everyone, you guys staying up late and commenting, and we got something for you.
They're not saying they want to see the My Little Ponies, do they?
I think that's what they want to see.
Okay. All right, cool. One of our production assistants there helped us out. Yeah. So here you go, man. Here's some classic. Like, I know the new shows are really exciting. The Bronies really love them. But, man, this is the old school regular My Little Ponies.
Hey, man, we don't discriminate on the toys.
Yeah, look, a little holiday one. How can you beat that? It's really cool. But I have to admit, even when I was a kid, like, dude, let me show you. Like, the Ferengi fits on him, and now he could ride like a horse,
Dude, there you go.
Move this guy so you guys can see it. Look at that. You can get some Ninja Turtles on these guys, anything you want. So my sister has tons of these. And when I was a kid, man, they were like my steeds for everything. So don't be out there giving me no static because my horse would trample you. But I was the only dude on the block who had cavalry that would come.
There you go, man. They're nice and bulky, man. They can definitely run over somebody.
And see, look, this one has a football on it. Don't tell me this ain't manly. He's a Clydesdale. Look at his feet, all furry like that. So tell me Kelly Jade down there in the comments doesn't like the Clydesdales. You know she does.
She says, oh, yeah.
And I love the Santa one. You can't beat it, man.
There you go, man. Hey, like you said. Man.
Yeah, thank you for grabbing that for us out there. And I'm glad we got to show you guys. And yes, Justin K, in this case, I'm a bit of a brony, but an old school brony. I don't like none of that jabroni stuff they got now.
Oh, you're OB, original brony.
Yeah, there you go.
I wanted to show just a couple more quick old school toys from the 90s, man. Who out there remembers the Skull Warriors, man?
You got all this wild shit that would have gave me nightmares when I was a kid, man. Exo Squad, giant alien suits and monsters. And look, this guy got like 30 hands, man.
I mean, they were just cool, man. Like, I think they had a cartoon that lasted like maybe like a season. But yeah, these guys were like the bad guys.
Yeah, look, this guy has a metal jaw and stuff.
Yeah, it actually opens up too. It did this little art. It did open it.
You know what these look like? They look like the skeletons that they're fighting in Army of Darkness.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, like I would have loved to have these with some Army of Darkness toys, man. That would have been super fun.
He's got a little gem up there, and he has a little gold eye. Like they were just.
This guy has gold eyes too, man.
Look at
carve those out there.
Check it out. Even his organs in there are.
He's got gold organs.
He's a very expensive guy, I guess.
Yeah, and he's really tall. I don't know if you guys are getting a sense of the scale.
Yeah.
Let me see. I know Ferengis are short, but still, like, look at the size of that dude compared to him. I mean, you could tell on the cam that he's pretty big.
Oh, absolutely, man. Then they were cool. These guys probably came out like maybe like 94, 95.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but they were pretty cool. I remember back in the day, I used to have like my wrestling ring, you know, like the toy wrestling.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I'd have all these guys fighting each other and stuff, and the Skull Warriors.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If they're about the same size, it all works.
But here, real quick, man, just to pull these guys out, because I know I showed this to you earlier.
Yeah,
you thought it was pretty slick. But check out, man, we've got a Predator. But you can't have a Predator without having your alien.
Oh, man, you got some xenomorphs coming at you.
Man. And yeah, this guy should be able to kind of stand on his own. His weight, maybe it's in his tail. But either way, yeah, this xenomorph
really cool
and this alien. But man, go ahead and show him the cool thing about the Predator.
I know, right?
There.
This Predator dude, he's one ugly mother.
Dude,
so yeah, he's got the full-on Predator face.
Yep.
I mean, just looking rad, dude. I mean, these are super cool. I had some Terminator 2 toys that I think would have worked great with these, man. I should have dug them up.
Oh, you know.
But I know for the longest time, I had the skeleton of a T-800, you know, like with no skin, but he would glow in the dark, and I used to keep him in my car all the time, and he was like my good luck, you know, battle buddy. When I got the Challenger, he came with a stuffed animal, so I didn't need him anymore.
Oh, totally, man. Just to kind of throw it up there real quick, I almost forgot about it.
Oh, you do got a Terminator guy, man. That's what's up.
We got Arnold right here, man, and he was cool, man. He had like an interchangeable arm. He could rip that off, you know, because this was like him like when he was fighting the T-1000, you know, and for some reason they just have this one finger pop up right here. So I don't know where they were going with that one, you know.
Yeah, right. Maybe he wanted to interface.
But he was pretty cool, man. Like he was definitely wild. And I almost forgot about this guy, man. I can't throw it out, but you know, we had the Spawn action figures, which
Spawn,
this is McFarlane season 1. You know, like they pretty much the original. You know, McFarlane Toys went on to make a bunch of horror movie action figures and stuff like that. But man, these were just so cool, so detailed. You know, you go punch. I don't have his cape no more, but yeah, he was.
Well, his cape has a mind of its own. It probably crawled away, left you.
There you go, man. But just so cool. But yeah, I think that's you got some stuff for the 90s, man. Or we all?
I got a little bit of 90s stuff I could throw out. Yeah, man, real quick. Everybody's still hanging around. Let's do it.
They're still hanging out. They're still having fun, man. We're just rocking out, having a good time talking about old toys.
I got to move all these ponies now.
They are pretty big. I mean, I definitely got to get
Yeah, they're cool, and they look like real horses. The new ones are so cartoony. I don't know. Not that I'm like advocating. Now I sound like I'm defending it. Like they're not mine. They're not.
You probably have like the little brushes to like comb their hair and stuff.
All right, man. Now here's a throwback everybody remembers from the 90s, bro.
All right, let's see it.
We all remember it. Most of us first introduced to it. We got the Wolverine, man, with his Rampage adamantium rage action here.
Oh, so
that kind of,
cool.
I don't know, it's weird. It seems like he's like dancing more than anything else.
Oh, you know it, man.
But yeah, dude, he's got the battle damage. I mean, this is a sick looking Wolverine right here. I know you got a Wolverine too, man. Let's see your Wolverine. Because I got the classic blue and yellow here, and I know he's got a different Wolverine. Man, I think that is that Wolverine getting all those likes and that love down there? What's going on?
Oh, I think so, man. But like you said, man, I definitely got the classic guy here. When you put them right next to each other, like you said, I think your Wolverine definitely You know, he stands
Yeah.
about a good foot over to my guy. But one thing I really liked about this old one is you could actually bring in the claws.
Yeah, you can retract his claws
then,
there
yeah.
and take his mask off, which is cool.
And then you pop them out. So you
Oh,
get
that was nice,
that
dude.
Shrink, you know, that
Yeah.
old style. You
Yeah,
know?
do it again. I'll shut up this time.
All right,
so
here we go.
can
We
hear
got
it.
this. Here you go. You pop them in there. Pop this one in there, and then you got the. Oh yeah, I got a
That's
little
nice,
pop on
dude.
out. It was cool. This
Yeah.
was definitely one of the first Toy Biz line. So yeah, like it was more classic. Oh, he's got them on. But man, absolutely, just a lot of the cool colors and stuff. But like I said, some of the X-Men toys that they produced had the older costumes. So
Yeah, I know who's going to get rid of him real quick. That's Eric Lencher right here, a.k.a. Magneto, coming at you.
oh, you know it, man. Wolverine, whenever he goes up against him, he might just rip that adamantium out.
And I like the way he looks like from those episodes when he was in the Savage Land. Like, that's how Magneto
Yes.
looks,
But you know who's going to be hanging out with Magneto, right?
Who's that?
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
Oh, man, look at me. My costume's so tight, I always got to yell.
You know it, man. What was kind of funny about the Juggernaut, I just watch this. He's just like,
I love how he does the back and forth hands,
he just beats on people.
Like he's just uncoordinated.
You'd expect the Juggernaut to be a little bigger,
Oh, man, you know what? You know who coming up in here to bust up on the
Oh,
Juggernaut?
who's that, man?
Oh, the Gladiator
the
coming.
Gladiator, man. Perfect, man.
Now, don't ask me how I ended up with a Gladiator toy, but I did, And then that YouTube video thing where they dubbed the voices over on the Juggernaut became super famous, and Gladiator's the one who comes in at the end and busts them up, And I was
yeah.
dude, I have a Gladiator.
Dude, that's so
That
cool.
is so cute, And look, his cape comes off,
Yeah.
so that's cool. And I've been watching, keeping up with the first few episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. coming out now for season 5. They've been super cool out in outer space, and I'm just like, man, I wonder if Gladiator's out here somewhere.
He might be, man. He might be coming.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. But we got 2 more X-Men toys. I got. You got any more X-Men toys?
I think you're up, man.
All right, this one was pretty cool. It's hard to get your hands on. Mine's are like the KB Toys ones, man.
Yeah,
that like you could only find at KB Toys, but they were super dope.
This is cool, though.
But we got the Professor X, man.
Oh yeah,
In his floaty chair too, that was like, we ain't got no tech like that, but I'm just gonna draw this, and it's gonna be a thing now that he has.
There you go.
So
man.
I love it. But look at this, his little armrests open up. He's got computers and stuff in there. Look at that, man. That's some 90s tech right there.
That's so cool, man. And like I said, I'd never seen that one before. It's one here. Eric G says, "I bet Charboil has a Professor X," so he called it. Before. good call, man. But no, definitely.
This side over here has a gun in it.
Hey, man. Sometimes Juggernaut showed up. You have to blast him. If you guys remember, Juggernaut's his brother who was always trying to beat him down.
Yeah, but it's kind of weird that Professor X has 2 poses though, like sitting at his chair, like all chill. Like he's like, all right, X-Men, it's time to do things. And then the classic, like from the cartoon, where he'd be like, ah! Someone was like attacking his mind powers. And he's like, ah! He's just freaking out.
That's pretty wild, though. It'd be cool if you could take him out of that little thing. But hey,
Yeah.
it was neat for the time to just have a professor.
Yeah, to have him in the wheelchair that like floats around the hover chair that he had, I thought was really cool, man. But check this out. The pièce de résistance of X-Men toys, I actually got it, man, because I'm lucky. My parents are awesome.
Oh, dude. There you go.
I got the Apocalypse, man. The giant size 12-inch Apocalypse, he came in the set. But, he was always super big and could grow super big. And he had these cool, like, tentacle, like,
hoses.
cable hose things,
Yeah.
on the back that you could hook up. So I'm going to have to hold him real far away so you guys can see him. But,
Yeah.
I mean, he's big as hell. Look how big he is.
Hell yeah,
But,
man.
yeah, he comes with this totally articulating arm over here that I actually broke, and I put a screw in it when I was a kid. So it's my engineer self,
There you go.
But this guy was super wicked because he could hold a whole person in here. You can get an X-Man.
There you go. Look at that. He's got Gladiator, man.
Yeah. Get him in there, and he'll just wicked hold somebody right there. Whoop, let me get him in frame.
There you go.
Rah, 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 and he'll bust somebody up like that. And he's like, "I'll hit your ass with Charles."
Dude, I love it, man. That's so cool, man. Like, yeah, so many cool toys, man. And you know, yeah, the '90s brought a lot of wild stuff, man. And
yeah, a lot of innovation, a lot of really cool toys and things. I'm gonna leave
there you go,
the
Charles.
professor up here. Yeah, so we need more Charleses on the show. Why not?
There you go.
Charles.
But you know, like we said, you know, we got, you know, we know like Lego was a big thing back then too.
Mm-hmm.
And we could probably devote a whole segment, you know, to Lego. You know, it was just something that, I mean, I know it wasn't, I mean, it was around in the 80s. You had the big blocks and stuff like that, Lincoln Logs.
Yeah, I've got a train set for Legos that looks like a Wild West train.
Oh,
and then like I bought like a future train to go with it, but my train tracks look like old railroad tracks. So it's super cool stuff. I mean, Lego has so much good stuff, and their stuff just got better and better and better. That's one of the things that didn't go away, and it's just amazing nowadays.
Yeah, the licensing and stuff.
Yeah, we don't need to give Legos any props. Everybody knows what's up about Legos.
Oh, Justin K says, what about Transformers?
Does anyone have a Transformer that didn't fucking break? Because we couldn't find one, you know? Well, it's after 10, I can curse a bit, but I'm just like, come on, man. Like, every Transformer I have is broken.
Well, hey, man, you know, we might not have actual Transformers, but, you know, back in the day, man, there was always those, like, prizes you could get at Chuck E. Cheese and the different, like, Happy Meals and stuff like that. I think you had some pretty funny Transformer things to kind of show them. Not exactly.
That's a good point. It's a type of Transformer.
This is pretty funny, guys. Like I said, the whole just thing. I mean, I love Transformers as a kid, but same thing. All my friends had them. I don't think I ever like had a lot of Transformers, but yeah, they were really cool, and like everyone always knew how to make them into all three different things.
All right, I know you guys remember this joint when you used to go and you would get your little Happy Meals and stuff, you know, and you got to get your little Happy Meal there.
Yep.
Your breakfast hotcakes, oh so delish. Got your classic Big Mac right there, 2 patties, pickles, onions, the whole song.
Oh yeah.
And what is this, cheeseburger?
Yeah,
that's quarter pounder. That's probably what it's quarter pounder. But yeah, so they had this set of toys back in the day that I still have because they are so much fun. Because these guys are all freaking Transformers who turn into little like peoples who go out here and, you know, are like, they're robots. Look at them. Yeah. They're Transformers, man. I don't know what else to call it. Because it's a Big Mac that turns into a robot.
I did say it probably maybe even came out maybe with like the original Transformers cartoon movie that came out like back in the 80s or something. I mean, they look like they've definitely got some time. I mean, just this hotcake box. I don't think we've seen an actual styrofoam box from McDonald's in quite some time.
What's going on with this one here? I'm like experimenting with it, and I'm realizing this one transforms into a dinosaur of some type.
There you go, Dinobot.
Yeah, so my well, it's not a bot. Like, look at it. It's a dinosaur. Yeah, and you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I think these others all transform into dinosaurs.
Oh, is that what they are? They're dinosaurs.
Yeah, look at this one here. It's a pterodactyl.
Oh, okay.
So your hot cakes turned into a pterodactyl.
I mean, you know, for a Happy Meal toy, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, these are pretty sick, bro. I'm trying to change them on camera. I'm sorry, guys. Doing a bad job. But yeah, your little Happy Meal looks like kind of a T-Rexy thing.
There you go, man.
But yeah, man, like Mickey D's had some awesome. They had the What's Up toys, man. Now everything's licensed. Everything's always a franchise, something or the other. You know, new movie or some garbage that came out, and it's just like, well, dude, you guys can make some fly stuff all by yourself, you know?
Absolutely. It was just fun, man. Just cool. Plus, it was marketing. You know, you see this on, you know, Sunday afternoon and you're playing with it. And you're like, man, I could really go for a cheeseburger.
I know. I'm thinking that like right now. I'm like, this quarter pounder looks delicious.
No, that's
French
awesome.
fries. But yeah, I do. I have some of the other ones too where they had a French fry that like turned into like a robot. And they had like the apple pie box would turn into a robot and just all sorts of really, really, really cool stuff. And the Transformers were definitely something that bled into everything. I mean, we said, from the Ninja Turtles toys we had to the Ghostbusters toys we had, like that element of transforming all really stems from the Transformers. And as like kind of overplayed as their movies and stuff are now, when that first movie came out with Shia LaBeouf a few years ago, that was really cool. That really got my love for the old stuff back up, man, and I was stoked about that. So definitely much love to the Transformers. Thank you, Justin K., for calling that out for us.
Oh, yeah, man. Definitely, man. Well, you know, it's been a lot of really great time going down nostalgia lane with everybody, you know, talking about all these old toys, us showing you guys some toys. I hope you guys really dug the the toy cam. We plan to do some more stuff, like some multi-camera stuff.
Dude, Justin K put down there credit for the segue.
There you go.
I didn't see it when I said that, but I'm glad I gave you credit for your segue. So there you go, sir.
There you go, man. Absolutely. Thank you guys so much. We love that you guys interact and dig what we do. And yeah, man, like we said, this is our 50th episode of this year. Yeah. I mean, we know the whole video thing is new, but just us, we've been doing this every week with the podcast and everything, and we really appreciate the support. And
absolutely,
like we said, we're going to take a little break for the winter, and but we'll be back on January 8th. And man, we got to just tell you guys, if you thought what you've seen so far has been good, we got some really wild stuff cooking for you guys in 2018.
Absolutely, man. Like we said, we've thoroughly enjoyed this year so far, and the last 4 episodes, getting to connect with you guys here on Facebook Live has just been an absolute blast. We're going to try to continue reaching out and putting out some content for you guys, so we know we're going to have at least one of our playthrough reviews come out before the end of the year. Hopefully the next one shortly after the new year. Like we said a couple weeks ago, it's going to be the Wolfenstein, the New Order. That was the first Wolfenstein that came out a few years ago, and that's going to come out very soon. We tried to get it out last week, but we're making it extra special here at the end. We got an extra little bit we wanted to put in, and it took us a little extra time. So that'll be out in a day or two. We're sure we'll give you all guys a notification for that. So subscribe over to our YouTube channel. We've got the playthrough and reviews out there. These episodes will rerun there if you missed a bit or if you want to share it with some friends. The video is also going to stay here on Facebook, so like it. Please share it. Even after the program's done, people can go back and watch it. Yeah. So it's a lot of fun. We love interacting with you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to try to keep doing an awesome show for you guys because we love spending this time with you, and we appreciate that you like digging and spending this time with us, man. So thank you guys so much.
And I just want to say real quick, of course, thank you guys again. I know we've been throwing you a bunch of thanks, but also, thank you to Justin McPatches from PoDunk Radio for, helping us out with the podcast and getting us all really getting our chops down.
Getting us started with all this nonsense.
and absolutely, it's just kind of really wild to take a look back and see where we've gone since then. Yeah. I'm sure we'll dig more into that on the anniversary show.
Absolutely.
And of course, thanks to all of our other friends on PoDunk Radio, Sick Boys Radio, always a bunch of great guys. They love, they share our stuff, we share their stuff. They put in a great show from the podcast. Alex over there at WRR Rocker Radio, same thing, great show Wednesday nights on PoDunk. So definitely, even though our primary drive now is to do more of this video-based pieces, definitely go out there and check those guys out too, because they really put a lot into it and do a great job.
Absolutely, and if you're at work, if you're busy or whatever, we will have reruns on the PoDunk Radio Thursday nights at 10 p.m. Like this episode will rerun this Thursday, but the next 2 weeks we'll have probably clip shows that are pieces of the previous podcasts we've done. They're audio only, but then you could download them, listen to them live, listen to them at work or whatever you like. And you can do the same with a lot of the other shows, download their shows and things like that so that you can stream them and check them out. We encourage you guys to do that because we love that we kind of got born out of the PoDunk wheelhouse there. We love everybody out there.
Absolutely.
And, we're just having a blast, man. And like Senior Boyle said, we're looking forward to the new year because we had so many great things that we did this past year. So starting with our anniversary in February, February 14th is when the season rolls over for us. Mm-hmm. So we were super stoked about that. And this upcoming anniversary is going to be even bigger, even better. Yeah. I mean, last year we did a 2-hour show. We had 3 different guests in here. So we're going to do a lot of fun stuff. I know we're going to get Mr. Fusion back in here. We're going to be able to do some skits and sketches here. I don't want to say sketches. What is it? More like games. We'll be able to play games in studio, and not like video games or a board game, but like radio fun games where we can do challenges and quizzes live on the air, and you can see Mr. Fusion eat nasty stuff or whatever his punishment.
And we're gonna kind of put you guys in control too, so jamming on that like button and putting stuff in,
Absolutely, we got some great ideas for all sorts of stuff, man. But in the upcoming year, we're going to have some returning favorites. We know a lot of people really loved the Draft of Thrones last year. Yeah. So this being the last season of Game of Thrones and us being able to do this live and connect with all you guys, we're going to look forward to having a big draft there. As Infinity War rolls around in the new year, we're going to have a ton of fun with that. All the new movies and series and greatest hits and stuff that's coming out, video games, all this awesome VR tech. I mean, just all this crazy world out there, that PoDunk world, we want to keep in touch with, and we want to make sure that we get that information with you guys and we get to share it with you guys and we get to talk to you guys and just spread the love, man. And we absolutely love it. So when you're out there for this holiday season, Make sure to spread some love. Have a good time. You know, whatever you're celebrating, we wish you the best. Some happy holidays for you guys all the way around. And it's just been an exciting, awesome year. And we hope to up the ante even more for you guys next year.
Oh, yeah. We'll see you in 2018. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. You guys rock. We're going to see you soon.
Absolutely, guys. So take care. We'll see you in 2018.
Yeah.